Don't worry, it's not Friday night. You haven't just tuned into Gardener's World, although I have just come to check on my flower bed, which was supposed to be cut flowers. Clearly I didn't clear all the potatoes from last year, and now the potatoes are growing, and I don't know, do I pull them up? Do I leave them? What do I do? Will the cut flowers get through? We shall see. Keep subscribing. Yes, please, keep subscribing. The numbers are going up by the second, and I love it. So today it's polling day, and everybody gets to have their say. And I think lots of us have been working out, who's the least bad option, honestly speaking. I mean, I sort of feel like I'm going to vote for the person who I think is going to lie the least, which I will be completely transparent is not going to be Labour. I do not feel as though that would fit that category of lying the least. All they do is lie. But I need to work out of the other candidates which one I think is going to tell us less porkies, and they will get my vote this time. But I've been, hair in the mouth, always nice, reading your comments in relation to a lot of the videos I've done recently, because it gives us a really good idea about what's going on in the political backdrop, because it's such a nice demographic of all of you. And the comments, some of them make me laugh, some of them make me cry. So this first one, from somebody who says, lost our winter fuel allowance because we're £1.04 a week over the said limit. Spent most evenings in a blanket with hot water bottles, dreading the next winter. I mean, who does that? What government does that to pensioners who have paid their tax for their entire lives, who have worked hard, who have committed to society, who have done their bit, and now they're dreading the next winter? They should be looking forward to the next winter and the one after that and the one after that, enjoying the fruits of their hard-earned work. And yet here we are subjecting them to probably more hardship. And for some of these, I mean, they'll be sort of at the end of the war kids, and yet they will be facing hardships that you just shouldn't be facing at that time in your life. I mean, that makes me sick. Now on the migrants. So I did a story about the government proposing to pay landlords up to 5 times more rent on their properties so that they can rent them out to migrants. And on this one, somebody says, let's be honest, most are economic migrants and have come here to grab every single freebie they can. Meanwhile, we all pay our taxes, which increase all the time, and we get nothing in return. I think the bit on that is getting nothing in return. That's how people feel, that they're paying all of this money. They're working every hour God sends, and they're getting nothing back. That's a particular bone of contention for parents who feel like, Bridget Phillipson's throwing around 95 free hours of childcare, which isn't free, and actually, interestingly, in the breakfast clubs. So she's saying, well, you get 95 hours a year back so you can go and work more, so you can pay more taxes. In a lot of the breakfast clubs, you have to accompany your child. So you've got to take it to school to have it fed by the state, to then go to work. So you don't get any hours back. It doesn't get a very good breakfast, because the breakfast it gets is like between 25 and 60p a child. And you've now got to take even more time out of your day to go to school to do that. I mean, again, it's not even ill thought out policy. It just wasn't thought out. Homeschooling. Now, this morning, I brought up the education bill and just said, if anyone's a parent or a grandparent, it's really, really important that you read this, because the education bill is going to change the landscape of education and child welfare beyond recognition. Now, this isn't just about children in school, this is about children in home, and the state's powers over your children at home. It is effectively trying to pass responsibility of the child onto the state, taking it away from parents. It is devaluing the role of the parent significantly, and it's being done on the backdrop of the terrible case about Sharif, who was tragically murdered after years of abuse. Now, a lot of people are angry that this girl's life is being taken in vain. Her name is being taken in vain for a political concept which wouldn't be solved. What happened to her would not be solved by the Education and Child Wellbeing Bill. But what it is doing is disrupting and damaging the lives of so many children in the UK right now. So one person says they're using the excuse of the death of that poor child to take more control from parents' choices, but fail every time to mention that her abuse was ongoing while she was attending state school, and that is true. Thank you for raising this one. Homeschooling may be a last resort for many if the education system fails their children, and this is a terrifying development. They need raising and highlighting as much as possible. With regards to medical data, this is something that often gets mentioned in the government's dealing with CCP. The CCP wants access to our data, so as part of that child and wellbeing bill, they want access to all children's medical data, no matter what. I this one made me laugh. Never heard of you, Anna Bolter, but I bloody love you. Thank you for your honesty and truthfulness. Well, you're very welcome. You don't need to have heard of me just to watch this. You're very welcome. I'm glad you like it. We need a government who are there for the people. Many thought Labour was that, but they were once, long ago. And another one. Sausage is upstaging you in the background. Wait for this. Come here. Come here. Sausage has a play date today. This is Frank. Come on, Sauce. Come on. Would you like Sausage and Frank to upstage me today? I mean, how cute is that? How unbearably cute. Sausage and Frank. You're having a play date. So there you go. That is the backdrop of what's happening today on election day. When a lot of people are going to the polls to have their say, and it would seem to me that the say is we are utterly fed up with what we've got, it's time to change it. Whoever you vote for, great, let's just vote, let's just use our voice, and hopefully something will change. You never know. If not, I'm coming back as a dash